the WWE has filed for a new copyright for the Bloodline faction. Also, AEW has its worst ratings in the history of the company, and I'm going to break down all this stuff for you guys coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, we got to say that 97% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy wrestling and you want to keep up to date on everything that's happening around the WWE, around AEW, make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, let's jump right into the first topic of the video today, which is AEW is in a horrible spot. And as we take a look here, we see the ratings from the latest edition of AEW Dynamite. And as we take a look, they were at 502,000 viewers for their latest episode of their flagship show, Dynamite, which is the worst in the history of the company. And they also had a .16 rating for viewers between the age of 18 and 49 years old. And when we compare this to WWE's third show, its once developmental show, NXT, they hit 724,000 viewers, which is over 200,000 more viewers than AEW's number one show, with their rating being .26 between the ages of 18 and 49. I mean, this is huge news coming out of AEW that, you know, they're kind of on the decline. They're on the downfall right now because, you know, the viewers just keep dropping and dropping week to week, and now they're hit rock bottom by hitting the lowest ever in the company at 502,000 viewers. And when you see that as your number one show, not even competing with WWE's third show, like I said, once developmental show in NXT, you know, it's kind of tough to see if you're a member of AEW right now because they're still trying to find a TV deal. There's so much stuff going on with AEW, and now not having the viewers, I mean, that's big. I mean, me personally, I'll admit it, I don't tune into AEW week to week. I don't watch their shows, their, you know, Dynamite's collisions. I tune into the pay-per-views because that's what I care about. That's where you're going to find the big stuff. And I think what AEW needs to do is they need to find something to right the ship here. And I think that, in my opinion, is working on their storytelling. I think when you look at WWE and what they're doing with their storytelling right now, it is unmatched in the world of wrestling. And AEW needs to take this into account with their show. Yes, they are concerned about getting 5-star matches, but 5-star matches isn't going to sell wrestling fans on your product. You need the story to hook the viewers, to bring them in every week to say, hey, I can't wait to watch Dynamite. I can't wait to see what's going to happen between Will Ospreay and MJF. You need that because right now, the two best storytellers they have in the company are Will Ospreay and MJF. And that's not enough to carry your company into the promised land. As we see in WWE, they have multiple. We just seen the debut, the long-awaited debut of the Wyatt Six. We've seen the Bloodline, which has been going on for years. We even have, you know, that storyline between Gable and Otis, which hooked people in to watch Monday Night Raw every week. And we have multiple ongoing storylines in WWE that people want to tune into Monday Night Raw, want to tune into Friday Night Smackdown to watch every week. And this is something that AEW is lacking, in my opinion. And now, I think they're getting there with NXT. I think WWE is doing great with the TNA crossovers they're doing right now. It's really pulling ratings into that show. And when you see over 200,000 more people watch the third show of WWE over a show like AEW where they have such good talent, you know, you kind of have to look in the mirror if you're Tony Khan and the higher-ups AEW and say, what are we doing wrong here and what can we do to fix it? Because if it keeps going on like this, if viewers keep dropping every week to tune into NXT, to tune into WWE, you're just going to hit the bottom. You're going to hit the floor. You're not going to be making money to pay your wrestlers. And then that ultimately leads to your company folding, which, you know, me, I'm a WWE guy, but I don't want to see AEW fold. I think having two companies is great because that's more wrestling. It's more wrestlers that have, you know, camera time to show what they're about in the world of wrestling. I mean, we've seen great, you know, players over there in AEW who have never been in WWE, like a Jungle Boy, like a Sammy Guevara. These guys are great, tremendous wrestlers, and if AEW wasn't there, would we have seen them? Maybe not. So I think having 2 shows is great, but I think AEW needs to do something to improve this. They need to fix this, because if they don't, they're going to end up like WCW. They're going to end up like ECW. They're just going to be history, and I do not want to see that. They need to dramatically work on their storylines to hook people in, because right now, I'm not hooked in. I'm not watching AEW unless it's a pay-per-view. So, if I'm one of those people, if my co-host Brady is one of those people, there's tons of people like us out there who could care less about the weekly, what the weekly goings on of AEW are. So you need to hook us into coming to your product, because right now, WWE has us sold with the Bloodline, with the Wyatt Six, with everything. We want to watch SmackDown tonight. We want to watch Monday Night Raw on Monday. We need that passion for AEW. So please, please, do something about it. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think could fix AEW? I'd love to read your guys' thoughts on that down below in the comment section. But we're going to get into the main topic of the video today, which is new Solo Sikoa gimmick. And yes, as we take a look here, we see here that the WWE has filed for a new trademark about a potential change to the Bloodline, and that trademark is, in quotation marks, Caesar Sikoa. And I've seen a lot of theories and fans taking to the internet, commenting on our videos saying, what could this mean? You need to talk about it. And the main thing that a lot of people have said is that maybe it's a new member of the Bloodline. Maybe they're finally bringing Jacob Fatu in as Caesar Sikoa. But in my eyes, and in a lot of other people's minds, Caesar Sikoa is going to be something that Solo grants upon himself. I mean, we just see this theory floating online. We're going to bring it up here for you guys now. They say here, obviously, Caesar Sikoa could be something that Solo grants upon himself, like I just said. And they say this could be something that, he keeps trying to establish himself as the #1 ruler of the Bloodline. And being Caesar, meaning a god, he could be the god of the Bloodline. And what have we seen with Caesar in the past? They say here, Caesar was assassinated by the Roman senators in 44 BCE. And I mean, wow, what a subliminal message this would be for the Bloodline storyline going forward. And yes, that means Roman senators, we have Roman Reigns, the big dog, the tribal chief, the head of the table. And we see now that Solo and Cody are going to be fighting at SummerSlam. That's the rumors out there right now. So what better way to build this up than for Solo to go on SmackDown, cut a promo, granting himself Caesar Sikoa, the god of the Bloodline, whatever he's going to call himself. And then we see him and Cody have a feud up until SummerSlam with Randy and KO involved in some capacity. Maybe we see 6-man tag matches, between, the Tongas and Solo, the Bloodline, and RKO and Cody Rhodes. I think that'd be a cool match for Money in the Bank, which would ultimately lead up to the big clash of Cody and Solo at SummerSlam, where, what do we see? We see the big dog. We see the real tribal chief, Roman Reigns, show up, interfere in this match, cost Solo the title, and reclaim his spot at the head of the table as the tribal chief, which, as we've seen in this article, could be seen as Caesar being assassinated by the Roman senators. I think that would just be such a cool way to amp this storyline up quite some bit. And I mean, what a storyline this has been. We've seen Sami Zayn involved in this storyline. This has been going on for years now, and the fact that it's still going on is amazing, because we see with these factions, it ultimately ends to the factions crumbling, to them, folding, to them just not being existing anymore. And the fact that the Bloodline is still going on shows how much the WWE cares about it. And I love the Bloodline. I love the storytelling they're doing with this. It is so good, and I'm so here for this Caesar Sikoa versus Roman Reigns. I think that would be amazing, and ultimately I think that could be maybe a Royal Rumble, maybe a WrestleMania match, but it looks like they're leading up to Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania, so that would be cool as well. But I'm really excited for this. I think the Caesar Sikoa gimmick would be really fun to see. We haven't really seen Solo, be that guy on the mic yet. We haven't really seen that side of him. We've seen flashes of it, but we haven't seen that, Roman Reigns big dog energy from Solo Sikoa yet. It's mostly been Paul Heyman, who's scared for his life being with the new Bloodline, but I love this. I think this would be amazing. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Do you think this Caesar Sikoa is going to be something that Solo grants upon himself, or do you think it's going to be a new wrestler? Let me know down in the comment section. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on that as well, but we're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Close Rod or Class Rod. He says, I wish he would have said run, talking about the Wide Six when they came. He said before blowing out the lantern. I think that would have been cool as well, but I'm so fine with the we're here. I think after such a long-awaited return, long-awaited debut, whatever you want to call it, saying we're here with a bloodied Chad Gable in the back with all this happening was just really fitting. Run, I think, would have been really cool as well, but I love that the White Six are here. I'm a big fan of Bo Dallas, that Uncle Howdy mask. Whew, isn't it amazing? I think, like, the Mercy of the Buzzard mask is definitely the best by far, but that new Uncle Howdy look, man, it is amazing, and I'm sure Bray is smiling down. R.I.P. to the GOAT. But I think this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for Monday Night Raw, and I can't wait to see what Uncle Howdy and the White Six are going to do. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure down below, hit that like button. It helps push these videos out to all the wrestling fans out there. Also, while you're down there, comment on the video. You might be featured on the next comment of the day. And hit subscribe to the channel. I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff here. I mean, I traveled to Scotland. There's a vlog up on the channel. We're doing quiz videos. We're doing, these news-style videos. We're doing everything here on the channel. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out a video on the wildest Wyatt Six theories that me and Brady covered just a couple days ago, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, Casey. We'll catch you in the next one.